nothing changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and I'm bringing you guys week 7 of the CWL Light. We had the Archer Outlaws up against the USA Adults. We came out on top of this one with the score being 70-69, total destruction 94.36 for our side to their 94.44. The difference being we had one Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 triple, securing us 23 stars to their 19. These guys brought it this week for us, though, and gave us a very tough war. But we'll go ahead, jump into the replays. Up first, we're going to show the 10v10, 10-10 coming in. He had one of these last week, very similar style, and he does it again this week. But he's going to start off on the bottom side with a little bit of funneling, gets a few bowlers down off the start, so that way they're able to take care of this outside trash a little bit. And then he's going to get the Barb King down, so that way he is able to tank. Sneaks a wizard in behind that Barb King, so that way he is able to take out that air defense. And then on the top side, he's going to come with the Queen, a few more bowlers, and then a wizard to help out on the funneling as well. Pops that Barb King ability as he gets low, and he's going to get in there, take out that Archer Tower, and then he's going to go down to the enemy Barb King. The Barbs get a few hits off on him, and then he pops the Queen ability. She's going to step up and take out this final Archer Tower, and then on the top side, he's going to come in with a couple hounds to the first air defenses on each side, followed up by some balloons. And then he's going to go ahead and get some haste spells down, so that way the balloons will go ahead and get into this top area relatively quick. The hounds begin to start popping. He has one additional hound still in there tanking right now. Gets a few rage spells down to get into those Inferno towers, and then has a skeleton spell down to go ahead and start working on that Queen. And then he puts a heal spell down on the backside as the balloons are making their way over to the bottom side. Starts sneaking in a few additional balloons to cover up this backside. Seeking Airmine comes out and helps him out by popping that Lava Hound for him, and then his balloons are just going to work into the last few buildings. The Skeleton Trap steps over and begins actually tanking that Expo while the balloons get over there, and they're able to take that out. And then at this point he has enough balloons to deal with that last Tesla, and then he's getting his cleanup down to go ahead and secure the 3-star on this one. Hats off to him though for another 10v10 triple this week, and securing, helping us get that victory. But we'll go ahead, jump into the next replay. We're going to take a look at Demo45 stepping up with the 6-pack this war, and we'll take a look at one of his hits. He's going to start off though coming in with the Stone Goboho, but he gets a Golem down and then a Baby Dragon to go ahead and start dealing with the outside trash buildings on the bottom side. There's not a lot of point defense down there, so that Golem will be able to tank for a good amount of time. And then he's going to get another Golem down on the top side and some wizards up there to go ahead and start dealing with that trash. Puts the Queen down in the middle so she can start working through the heavy storage buildings. And then just as his golems are starting to get a little bit low on the outside, he's going to come with the jump right into the core and the third golem to get right into that Queen. Gets his bowlers down and then his Barb King, and they're going to step right up into the core of this base. Gets that rage down, so that way he's able to make through that Queen, and then has a poison down to muscle through the clan castle as it comes out. And then the Queen's just going to sit in the back and start picking off some of these buildings, as well as the boulders are going to start cleaning up. And then he gets that Barb King ability, so that way he's able to get through that wall in the core of the base. And then he's going to, at this point, he's got the Golemites tanking on the bottom side, gets a Giant down, so that way he can come in surgical and gets a few hogs into those Teslas, able to deal with them relatively quick. Then as his group starts making their way to the backside of the base, he brings in more of the hogs, and he's going to get a heal spell down up there for them. He has 2 of them, so he's able to use them pretty easily on this backside and then just work his way through it. The Queen's still sitting in the back, getting rid of the cleanup and the bowlers as they start stepping up now and working on some of the trash building and getting the cleanup done. Gets that second heal down for his hogs though as they make it to the backside of this base, and then he starts coming in with his remaining hogs to take out and just keep pushing them through the base. But at this point he's on to cleanup now, and he's pretty much got this base done. Queen is still sitting back with that ability, and she's eventually going to step up, take out that Barb King, and then he's just got the remaining few buildings to go ahead and clean up. But very solid war for Demo coming in with another 6-pack. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. We're going to have crawler coming in, and he is coming in with the stone low, but he's going to start off on this bottom side with a very nice funnel. Makes it really wide so that way all of his troops are able to get in there. Starts off with both golems so that way he's able to tank both those cannons, get the wizards on the outside for those funnels, sends in the test wall breaker, and then once he knows it's clear, he sends in the remaining wall breakers. But like I said, that funnel's nice and wide. So he gets the queen and king down, and they're able to step right up. Follows in with the bowlers, poison down for the clan castle, and then he's going to get the jump right on the enemy clan castle to open up the whole base, access to that queen. Gets the rage spell down so that way they're able to make it through these heroes really quick. That queen's gonna, or that Barb King's gonna end up getting over there, coming back and then taking out the enemy Barb King. Queen and the bowlers step up and take out the enemy queen, and then he's going to get his troops all the way over to the backside of this base and be able to secure a third air defense just from his kill squad. He starts off coming into the top side with the Laloon, 2 hounds coming in with the balloons hasted into that air defense. And then able to take care of that, and then the hounds are going to make their way over to that other air defense, but end up actually taking it out with the queen. And then on the backside he has some balloons coming into the Tesla farm, gets the heal down and a haste spell, so he's able to deal with that relatively quick. And then he has a final haste going into the wizard towers and the last few defenses on the bottom side. But at this point he has the queen still sitting with the ability and plenty of balloons up. He's got the lava pups working, and then he has a few wizards that he will eventually get down here for the cleanup, but secures this one plenty of time to go ahead and take care of the rest of the base. I believe he had a 6-pack as well, so good war for him. And then we'll go ahead, jump right into the next replay. We're going to take a look at the bartender stepping up with an old-fashioned cold-blooded Laloon attack. Haven't seen one of these in a while, so I figured it was good to show. But he's going to start off, get a wizard on the bottom side and top side to deal with the outside trash buildings and just make this funnel. Gonna get that golem down just as the wizard steps up, gets taken out actually by that archer tower, but he still has the golem, sends in the test wall breaker as well, and then sends an additional wizard up on the top side to start working to try to take down that storage. Doesn't want anything to run off, but that golem is able to tank that single archer tower pretty easily. And then his Barb King is just going to walk in. He's going to follow up with the queen, and they're going to get right into this first compartment, take out that air defense, get the clan castle as it comes out with a poison, and then he has a heal down just to keep them up. Enemy queen is going to eventually just step up here, and then his queen will step up and be able to take out that enemy queen from behind the wall. But he's going to pop the Barb King ability here, so that way he gets that additional tanking. And then the queen finally locks on, steps up over there, and is able to take her out. Has that golem still tanking for her, so she's able to take out a few additional buildings. She gets that wizard tower down, and then is going to just start cleaning up some of this trash for him. And then at this point he's able to start his Laloon, coming in with 2 hounds to the first air defense with a few balloons behind it. Goes ahead, gets a haste down so that way he's able to battle that sweeper, and then the queen is finally going to step up into the base and get that sweeper down for him. Pops that ability on that queen, so she's able to get a few additional trash buildings, and then she starts working on that expo, and it actually gets taken out with it only having 1 hit left. But then he gets another hound coming in on the backside, more balloons, has a haste and rage to get through there, and then he has 3 hounds going into the final air defense. Tesla farm pops, but that's okay. He's got plenty of haste and balloons coming through. Gets a haste down to get those balloons that are trailing on the backside into the final air defense, and then the hound pops, or one of the hounds pops, and he still has 1 more actually in there tanking, the Expo and the Teslas, but he's able to get through, take them out, and then he has 1 additional haste that I believe he drops to go ahead and get into that final Expo. Takes it out, but he's got plenty of balloons, and he has the cleanup already working. Most of the base was already cleaned up from the pups and the kill squad that originally went in, but very solid attack for him coming in with the old school full-blooded Laloon. And then we will go ahead and take a look at the final hit for today. we're going to have Gamma stepping up with a very solid attack here. He's bringing some dragons. Don't see those too often, so it's always nice to see somebody switch it up. Starts off though with a clan castle lure with that giant, and then he's going to get a golem down on the top side, get some wizards down behind that, and then he's just going to funnel this top portion of the base. Has a poison down, so that way as the troops come in, they're going right through that poison and able to get taken out. Gets a baby dragon down to help with the funneling, and then a wizard behind that, as well as the second golem. Sends in the test wall breaker. Once he knows that area is good, he goes ahead and drops in the additional wall breakers to open up the wall. At this point, since he has the funnel made, the golems redirect back into the base, and then he comes with his Barb King, Queen, and the clan castle bowlers coming out. And then he has 2 jumps leading right to all 4 air defenses of the base and getting this group across the whole base. Everybody's stepping into the pocket, very nice. Gets a rage down to go ahead and help get through this area relatively quick. And then the Queen is going to follow in with the Barb King and go ahead and help take out the remaining area of the space. And the bowlers end up walking outside, but that's going to help with the cleanup. The Queen, though, is just going to sit back, and then he's going to start with his dragons on this raid and go ahead and then just get them into that Queen area. Since there are no more air defenses left, he's got plenty of them to get over there, and then has a rage spell as they step up to go ahead and rip through the bottom portion of that base. But he's got the bowlers on the outside cleaning up. He's got the Queen that eventually is going to step through and then help take care of some of those additional buildings on the bottom side. Hits a double giant bomb there and ends up getting taken out, but he still has plenty of dragons and those bowlers working. He has a few troops in the bag for the cleanup, but as you can see, this one is pretty much going to be wrapped up for the 3. Very solid war from our guys. We have Nagaland Elite coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. We will bring you the recap once the war is done. But if you guys have any questions, comments, want to see anything else, feel free to let me know. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks signing out.
We're back from the dead.